Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Saturday, May 5th, 12:40 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. You're looking at the currently erupting Kilauea situation. 6 fissures have opened up in Leilani Estates. Let's go over to the coverage. 6.9 magnitude earthquake ripped across Hawaii today, and eruptions are now prompting a state of emergency on the Big Island. This is on Puna. Real quick, to keep you focused, let's look at the headlights. The headlines. This is where it is. Kilauea, Volcano, Leilani Estates to the east. We were talking about this last night. And several people didn't like to hear what I had to say. Unfortunately, it fell on deaf ears, as today a 5.4 followed by a 6.9 resulted in 6 fissures total opening up in the Leilani Estates. Now, the 6.9 magnitude earthquake was the largest earthquake since 1975 on the Big Island, and it triggered tsunamis, which range from 6 to 18 inches. And this event is currently ongoing. So this is the lava lake. That is the caldera that collapsed. And we're watching this closely. That dude is totally freaked out. I'll leave you links to all this. Here are the 6 fissure locations in Leilani Estates. All those white squares are homes, folks. People are not going to be able to go back home tonight or ever as we move forward. Major earthquake kicking off, 6.1 in Pandan, Philippines. No tsunami warning showing up. We have major aftershocks in Hawaii and a little bit of movement here in Central America. Activity is on the increase here. So we're going to be watching this closely. Let's come over to the statistics. The large 6.9 magnitude jolted Hawaii on Friday, just an hour after another sizable quake of 5.4 amid an ongoing eruption in Kilauea. Everything is still elevated, said Talmade Mango, administrator of Hawaii Council Civil Defense. It kind of gets you nervous. The 6.9 magnitude, which happened at 12:30 p.m., was the largest since 1975 and generated small tsunami waves from 8 to 16 inches in Hilo and Kopaho. The trembler centered on the south flank of Kilauea was felt as far as Oahu, and after the quake, 14,000 customers lost power in Kumana, Hilo, and Puna. Power has since been restored. Heads up. I'll leave you links to this. We have an ongoing event, and everyone is safe. Amazingly, there were landslides, and the entire national park was shut down today. A very rare event. And we're going to be watching this closely. Now, this is just the beginning of the unfolding worldwide of catastrophic events that are going to be televised right here. And over here at UKZ, Volcano YT, they have a new Kilauea in Hawaii ongoing emergency event watch with a live seismic stream on the bottom. 3 pictures of the Kilauea caldera. So come over there and give them some support. April snowfall sets West Kootenay record. Heads up, British Columbia. 12.8 centimeters was 6 times the normal for April. What? Must be all that global warming, Al. 6 times the normal in British Columbia for April. And there's more snow coming next week. Experts confirm Swiss winter broke records for snowfall. Heads up, record snowfall, avalanches, and horror storms were all part of the picture from December right up to April, when 10 people died in 3 separate bad weather accidents. Whew, thank God. The Swiss Institute for Snow and Avalanche Research said it is one of the longest and whitest winters for 30 years. Longest and whitest winters for 30 years, Al. Above 1,500 meters. That's crazy. Nebraska pummeled with softball-sized hail. This is 48 hours ago. I had to dig for this. I don't know if any of you heard about it. This is Butler County, Nebraska. All across the small town of Octavia, 2 hours north and west of Omaha, residents woke up Wednesday morning to find softball-sized hail the night before. And it didn't go over well, let me tell you. A lot of cars lost windows and houses, etc. I'll leave you links to this. Hail is on the increase. We're reporting on it. Severe storms knock power out to 20,000 across Vermont. Hail, flooding, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Look at that storm front. Thunderstorms moves through Rutland May 27th, 2014. Has nothing to do with anything. Storm brought 60-mile-per-hour winds and gusts and hail. The National Weather Service said they had gotten reports of 1-inch hail near Essex Junction, multiple trees down in Shelbourne. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. Green Mountain Power reporting 8,000 customers lost power at 8 p.m. Friday. 10,000 homes had no power at 9 p.m. That's not the only thing going on, guys. 2 deaths, 160,000 without power up in Toronto, just north of Vermont. A man, 28, died in Milton after a tree fell on him, Hamilton police said. Another has died in Hamilton after being electrocuted by down power lines. Stay away from the power lines, kids. They may look fun and sparkly, but boom, they'll get you. A tree at least 60 years old. This is a 120-year-old tree. A man died in Milton when a tree fell on him as high winds and thunderstorms wrought chaos across the GTA, disrupting power and transportation. Winds up to 110 kilometers caused a tree to fall on town men ages 28 and 18 who were clearing trees near 20 Side Road and 4th Line in Hamilton Hills. The 28-year-old was pronounced dead on the scene. The 18-year-old was rushed to the hospital with critical injuries. Paramedics in Hamilton found a man in his 50s without vital signs under down power lines. He was pronounced dead after the hydro was shut off and they were able to reach him. Severe weather across the country over the last 24 hours is wreaking havoc on crops as well as cars and people. Now, the India death toll from extreme weather rose to 127 today. Major dust storm and heat wave, which includes hail. 4 states to see hailstorms on the weekend, warns the Met in India. Bitter harvest. Fruit farmers in Kuaman claim severe crop loss due to damage caused by rains. And on and on. Thunderstorms wreak havoc in Rayalaseema. Horticulture crops like mango, banana, papaya, tomato, and vegetable were badly damaged in 14 mandals, including Railway, Kodur, Rayashoti, Ramjampet, Pilvamdula, Mandodura, and Balvel. Thunderstorms that lashed different parts of Chittor, Kundo, Kabda districts on Thursday claimed 3 lives, damaged agriculture and horticulture crops in a large extent. 3 farmers were found dead in a village in Totembu in the Chittor district on Friday. According to police, the trio were struck by lightning. So we're increased lightning deaths. Hail is getting bigger and crops are getting flatter. Can you hear the prices rising? Whew. Oh my God. It is getting loud in here. Epic and massive flooding in Europe during the Little Ice Age. We covered yesterday flooding worldwide. We've been covering worldwide flooding in the 500, 1,000 year flood range every single day. And if you are not picking up what we're putting down, history is the guide to the future. It's the key to learning from past mistakes. Now, epic and massive flooding killed more than 500,000 people during the Little Ice Age. And Andrew McClip, this is coming from iceagenow.org. And some excerpts from this. The Groot Mond Lake flood. And I think Ice Age Farmer just covered this. So let history be your guide and let the mainstream spew their nonsense. The hottest April temperatures ever seen on Earth may have been recorded. Well, unfortunately, they weren't, because the hottest temperatures on Earth were much hotter millions of years ago. This is a total lie, and it's not even true in recent history. 122.4 degrees, which according to meteorologists may well be a record, but they're not sure. We're pretty sure that 6,400 records, all-time snow and cold records, were broke in April in North America. We're pretty sure of that, and they're not sure of a single hot temperature record, but they'll put it on this page. Let's look at some facts. This is the Arctic Broadband Albedo Tracker from Global Cryosphere Watch, showing our current position is above the standard deviation and has been for months. The albedo level is high and the planet is cooling. That's what happens when albedo is high. Let's look at the Arctic surface temperature tracker, below normal for most of the last 2 months. Remember when the Arctic was burning up here, when it was, look at this, 5 degrees above normal, which is still 20 degrees below freezing. So here's the heat wave, 20 degrees below freezing. And now, for the last 2 months, we are below normal temperatures in the Arctic. Can you hear the crickets? I can, because they're not commenting on it. They're just rehashing nonsense. Now, here is the icing on the cake. Show this to your friends. Please pin this on your refrigerator. Bring it to the office. This is coffee talk. These dots represent all-time record Antarctic sea ice thickness ever recorded. Here's the standard deviation over here. We are literally reaching levels that we should not reach in the Antarctic until mid-June in late April. That is the fact, and a boom to idiots that are going to tell you anything other than the truth, which is right here. These data points were collected just in the last few days. And Antarctic sea ice thickness is at record thickness, all time. And that ain't no joke, but it is a boom. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. Thanks for watching. It's up to you to like, comment, and share this. Without you, we wouldn't be growing. Share this on all your social media platforms. Email it to a friend that you think might need a little burst of the truth. Times are changing. The data is in. Solar wind pressure measured by Ulysses has been decreasing. This is the blue line. Solar diminishment is decreasing, and we are now in the solar minimum of cycle 24. The next decade is going to be epic because we are in the middle of a drop down of an empire failure. These are 1,000-year empire failure cycles, which are controlled by the sun, not by man. You have nothing to do with the extreme weather outside. This graph has explained the extreme weather anomalies that happen on these drop downs. And that includes major volcanic activity, which drives the temperature down, just like we're seeing. We haven't had a 0.42 degrees C drop in 3 months for 40 years on planet Earth. And that's where we are. In fact, in the last 2 years, the average temperature has dropped 0.66 degrees. And it has nothing to do with Satan and everything to do with the sun. It's not hard to learn the science. Just keep watching the channel. As cosmic rays increase, as the sun diminishes, life on Earth will change like you have never imagined. What you thought was impossible is going to be probable and likely in the near future. And that's a heads up. Be safe, everyone.